The Korean Peninsula lives under a constant heavy shadow, not from clouds, but from the threat of nuclear weapons. North Korea has spent decades building a frightening arsenal, often threatening to use it and creating fear across the region. For South Koreans, this is a daily reality that shapes politics, the military, and everyday life. The challenge: how to respond to a neighbor armed with nuclear weapons. North Korea's nuclear program is a tool for survival, respect, and intimidation. For South Korea and its allies, every response must be careful. One wrong move could mean devastating war. Understanding South Korea's options is more important than ever. South Korea has chosen a path of strength and precision, building a military that is both powerful and smart. Its strategy: outsmart the enemy, prevent conflict, and end it quickly if necessary. We'll explore South Korea's strategy, its advanced jets, warships, and precision weapons. We'll look at how these tools are used for surgical strikes and blockades, aiming to stop North Korea without full-scale war. This is the story of modern warfare, high-stakes strategy, and the choices a nation must make to protect its people. To understand South Korea's strategy, we must first understand the threat. North Korea's military is massive, with over 1 million soldiers and millions more in reserve, positioned just across the border from Seoul. The real danger, though, is North Korea's arsenal of nuclear bombs, estimated at up to 60, and the missiles to deliver them. Short-range missiles can hit anywhere in South Korea. Medium-range missiles threaten Japan and U.S. bases. Intercontinental missiles are being developed to reach the U.S. North Korea's missile tests have made this a global problem. Thousands of artillery guns are aimed at Seoul, capable of unleashing devastation in minutes. This sea of fire is a powerful tool of blackmail, making any military action against the North extremely risky. North Korea also has elite special forces and a skilled army of hackers, ready to cause chaos and disrupt South Korea's infrastructure. In a conflict, cyber attacks could cripple power grids and financial systems. The combination of nuclear weapons, missiles, artillery, and unconventional forces makes North Korea a uniquely dangerous adversary. South Korea must prepare for threats on every front: land, air, sea, and cyberspace. The stakes could not be higher. South Korea's answer to the North's threat is a cutting-edge air force. The Republic of Korea Air Force, or ROKAF, is built around advanced fighter jets like the F-15K Slam Eagle, F-16, and the stealthy F-35A Lightning II. These jets give South Korea control of the skies and the ability to strike deep into enemy territory. The F-35A's stealth allows it to hunt down mobile missile launchers and command centers undetected. Precision-guided munitions like JDAMs enable surgical strikes, destroying specific targets while minimizing civilian casualties. This precision is crucial for disabling threats without escalating to all-out war. Support aircraft, such as the E-737 Peace-Eye, provide airborne command and powerful radar coverage. Surveillance drones and satellites keep constant watch on North Korea's military. The result: South Korea's Air Force can see first, and strike with deadly accuracy. This technological edge is the backbone of South Korea's deterrence. In the air, South Korea aims to outthink and outmaneuver any threat. South Korea's defense extends to the seas, with a navy built for power and reach. The Republic of Korea Navy, or ROKN, fields advanced destroyers like the Sejong the Great-class, equipped with the Aegis combat system to track and shoot down enemy missiles and aircraft. These destroyers carry cruise missiles capable of striking deep inside North Korea, complementing Air Force capabilities. Anti-ship missiles, torpedoes, and naval guns allow the Navy to control vital sea lanes and protect trade. South Korea's modern submarines operate stealthily, gathering intelligence and preparing for surprise attacks or blockades. Submarines can also land special forces for covert missions. Amphibious assault ships like the Dokdo class can deploy marines and equipment behind enemy lines. This gives South Korea the ability to take the fight to the enemy if needed. The Navy's strength ensures economic security and adds a powerful layer to national defense. Destroyers, submarines, and amphibious ships make the ROKN a formidable force. At sea, South Korea is ready for any challenge. Power is only useful if used wisely. South Korea's strategy is to prevent war, not start one. The core plan is called Kill Chain: detect an imminent North Korean missile launch and destroy it before it can be fired. This requires top-tier intelligence and the speed of stealth fighters and cruise missiles. The goal: surgical strikes that remove threats without massive escalation. If a mobile missile launcher is readied for attack, a stealth jet can destroy it before it's used. The message: South Korea can see and stop aggression before it happens. This approach manages crises by showing strength and resolve, hoping to deter North Korea from acting. If North Korea does attack, the KMPR, Korea Massive Punishment and Retaliation Plan, calls for overwhelming strikes on leadership and key military sites. The aim: paralyze command and prevent further attacks. Precision and intelligence are the foundation. Spy satellites, drones, and smart bombs make it possible. This is deterrence by denial and punishment, denying the enemy success and promising devastating consequences for aggression. It's a high-tech, high-risk strategy to keep the peace. The hope is that credible, precise power will prevent catastrophe. South Korea's Navy offers another tool: the naval blockade. By stopping ships from entering or leaving North Korea, a blockade can squeeze the regime's fragile economy. Most of North Korea's trade, legal and illegal, happens by sea. A blockade, especially with US and allied support, could cut off vital imports like oil and food. Blockades can be partial, targeting illegal goods, or total, stopping all commercial traffic. Destroyers and submarines would patrol and enforce a tight ring around North Korea's coast. The advantage: pressure without open warfare, using naval power to enforce economic isolation. If North Korea can't import fuel or food, its ability to fight diminishes. The goal: forced North Korea back to negotiations by making defiance too costly. But blockades carry risks. North Korea could see it as an act of war and retaliate. Any confrontation at sea could escalate quickly, so overwhelming force and careful planning are essential. Still, a blockade remains a powerful option to apply pressure without crossing into full-scale war. South Korea's strategy is sophisticated, but the risks are enormous. Seoul, home to 25 million people, is within range of thousands of North Korean artillery guns. Even perfect precision strikes can't eliminate all artillery, and a barrage could cause catastrophic civilian casualties. Limited strikes could quickly spiral into full-scale war if North Korea misinterprets them as an invasion. The use-it-or-lose-it dilemma means North Korea might launch nuclear weapons if it feels threatened. Precision strategies depend on perfect intelligence, but North Korea hides its launchers well. Mistakes could miss targets or hit civilians, fueling propaganda and retaliation. Miscalculations or misunderstandings between leaders could trigger unintended escalation. The fog of war makes tragic errors possible. Walking this tightrope requires not just military strength but deep understanding of the enemy's mindset. The margin for error is razor thin. No Korean Peninsula strategy is complete without considering China. China is North Korea's main ally and trading partner, with a strong interest in regional stability. Beijing opposes regime collapse and US influence on its border, complicating South Korea's options. Any military action risks angering China and sparking a diplomatic crisis. China's response in a conflict is unpredictable. Intervention, neutrality, or cooperation are all possible. South Korea must weigh every move with Beijing's reaction in mind. Beyond geopolitics, the human cost of war would be catastrophic. Millions of civilians on both sides would be at risk, cities could be destroyed, and economies shattered. The ultimate goal must be peace. Military power is a tool to prevent, not wage war. Protecting lives is the highest priority, and diplomacy must always be pursued alongside readiness. The cost of failure is simply too high. South Korea faces one of the world's toughest security dilemmas. Its answer: high-tech strength, strategic precision, and a doctrine of deterrence. The goal is to make aggression too costly for North Korea, forcing peace as the only rational choice. But this strategy is a walk on a razor's edge. Geography, escalation risks, intelligence gaps, and China's role all add volatility. Precision weapons must be matched by wise, cautious leadership. Military force is a last resort. Diplomacy and restraint are essential. South Korea's approach blends readiness with restraint, hoping to never use its sword. The question: can precision power keep the peace against nuclear threats and deep mistrust? The world watches, hoping this careful balance holds and the shadow of the bomb recedes. The choices made here will shape the fate of millions, and the quest for peace is a challenge for all humanity.